Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video via social media and with your friends via email. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Many older Americans on a fixed income may be experiencing a retirement crisis right now because they are struggling with high prices and debt that is becoming difficult to deal with given high levels of interest. I read an article today on foxbusiness.com written by Breck Dumas titled, "Many Older Americans Having Difficulty Managing Debt, AARP Survey Indicates." According to the author, AARP's 2023 debt survey released last month found that nearly 3 in 4 Americans ages 50 and older carry some form of debt, especially credit card debt, which recently hit a new record high. 59% of respondents said they carry credit card balances month over month, and many expressed feeling anxiety over the level of debt that they are carrying. Here are my thoughts. I am sure that some of these people are feeling financial pain right now. Imagine laying in bed and not being able to fall asleep because you are worried about your financial situation. Imagine knowing that you may have a difficult time going back to work because of your age, but you realize that may be the only option because you can no longer afford to live on your fixed income during retirement. I feel bad for everyday Americans who are feeling anxiety over the level of debt that they are carrying. My heart goes out to all of these people who may be struggling. The author of this article goes on to say 1 in 3, 34% of older Americans with debt said the burden has caused them to feel stressed within the past year, and roughly 1 in 5 said it has caused them to feel depressed. Here's my opinion. Some of these people could face health problems from the stress and depression that they are experiencing. Do a search online for yourself and read about the health problems that can be caused by stress and/or depression. It is not a good situation. People who are dealing with this should seek out help if possible before they suffer some ill health effects. The author of this article indicates 61% of the nearly 7,400 surveyed adults who carry debt said they feel their level of debt is a problem, including 16% who said it is a major problem. Of those, nearly half, 46%, owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt. Ladies and gentlemen, please avoid credit card debt at all costs. Stop making these credit card companies more profits. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. If I were in a situation where I was relying on credit cards to survive, I would get creative and find ways to reduce my lifestyle, or I would consider taking on a part-time job to help. I would do everything I could to avoid using credit cards. This debt can quickly spiral out of control. I think it is even worse for older Americans who are on a fixed income who may have limited prospects of being able to enter the workforce again. The author of this article went on to reference Lori Trowinski, Director of Finance and Employment for AARP's Public Policy Institute, who said, and I'll quote, "When you look at the survey that we just completed, you'll see that most of the people had credit cards, but there's an awful lot of mortgage debt being carried by people into retirement, much more than used to be, say 30 years ago. She goes on to say, so people are entering the retirement years with mortgages they have to pay. They're carrying credit card debt. We're seeing auto loans as well. And then to add to this, there is a small percentage of people carrying student loan debt into their retirement years as well. Here are my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Those retiring today are not in the same type of situation as those who retired decades ago, not even close. Think about people from prior generations who retired with a lifetime pension, in addition to Social Security, along with a modest home that was paid off. there just aren't as many people today who can retire with that type of situation. Many are at the mercy of their financial returns from their 401k if they are lucky enough to have one. Many people retiring today have no retirement savings at all and rely only on Social Security. It's scary to me that people are retiring with mortgage debt, credit card debt, vehicle loan debt, and student loan debt. Tell me this, why in the world would you retire if you had all of that debt? I certainly wouldn't. I'd keep working as long as I could. Well, perhaps some of these people were forced out of their company due to ageism. Perhaps some of these people sustained injuries that prevented them from continuing to work. I suppose there are a lot of reasons why people are unable to continue working. I personally don't think anyone should just feel entitled to retire at a certain age, especially if they are able-bodied and are dealing with mortgage debt, credit card debt, vehicle loan debt, and student loan debt. How in the world could it be much worse than this? Well, perhaps debt from tattoos that were financed, or debt from elective plastic surgery or gambling debts. You may not have known this, but you really can finance tattoos. In fact, I saw a company called Ink Monkey that will finance between $1,000 to $30,000 for tattoos, and you can get approved within hours. Please understand, I'm not endorsing this company in any way. I don't know anything about them other than that they supposedly finance tattoos for up to $30,000, which is crazy to me. I just don't understand who needs a tattoo so bad that they're willing to go $30,000 into debt to get one. How big of a tattoo would this be anyway? Are we talking about a giant back mural or perhaps 2 full sleeves? I don't know. I just can't imagine ever spending $30,000 on tattoos. What do you think about all of these people who are retiring with mountains of debt? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Apparently, it's not just older Americans who are struggling financially. Sephora has apparently been losing money due to theft. I read an article today on CNN Business written by Parajah Kavalance titled, "Sephora has locked up all its perfume." It says too many people were stealing. According to the author, Sephora told CNN that it has removed all fragrances, which it said are among the most targeted items for theft from store shelves and displays, and replaced them with fragrance tester bottles. The author indicates Sephora locked up the fragrances and added more staff specifically tasked with stopping theft. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what in the world is going on here? Is this more organized crime that is targeting Sephora? Or are these entitled people who just don't want to spend money to get the things that they want? Or perhaps these are people who are strapped financially and can't afford to buy the things that they want. I just can't believe that all of this is due to organized crime orchestrated by some criminal mastermind like Lex Luthor from Superman or Carmine Falcone from Batman Begins. If you've worked retail, tell me in the comment section below what is really going on here. I want to hear from you. Whatever is happening is resulting in a very sad state of affairs here in our great country. Even the rich appear to be facing some tough times. I read an article today on ZeroHedge.com written by Tyler Durden, likely a pseudonym for writers at Zero Hedge, titled, "Everybody's in Panic Mode. Rich LA homeowners rent mansions for up to $150,000 per month amid turmoil." The author of this article references a Bloomberg report and indicates that wealthy Los Angeles homeowners are having a tough time selling amid a new tax on luxury sales and turmoil in the entertainment industry. Rather than unloading their mansions in a sluggish market, many homeowners have resorted to renting them out. One such rental is a 13,000 square foot Manhattan Beach estate being rented for $150,000 per month. Well, here are my thoughts. Perhaps it is time for California real estate to come back to reality. Some sellers may face a harsh reality that real estate doesn't always go straight up forever in the short term. Being able to flip real estate and double or triple your money in a short period of time is just not normal, even though we just lived through that mania recently. Some sellers may really find this out the hard way. For those who are over-leveraged, this may end badly. Now, I'm sure some people renting out their mansions in LA are just fine, and they are being strategic about their next move. Every property owner's situation is unique. Now, the author of this article does indicate the broader Los Angeles area is not immune to the downturn affecting the U.S. housing market. Sales have plummeted, with luxury homes lingering on the market for double the time compared to average properties. The new mansion tax targeting properties over $5 million has further complicated matters for sellers. Well, I am sure some of those who can afford these mansions aren't going to end up on the street. They may have to forego some luxuries in life for a while, but I'm sure they'll be fine. I think anyone who is thinking about buying a mansion needs to consider the carrying costs for owning one, and also consider that it's possible you could lose a lot of money if you have to sell in a slow market. A mansion can end up being a financial boat anchor. I've been in some very large mansions over the years, and when you tour homes that are over 15,000 square feet in size, you just have to wonder why. Why would someone want all of the upkeep? When you tour homes over 30,000 square feet, it almost makes you feel bad for the owners. On the topic of the rich and their luxury items, I read another article today on ZeroHedge.com written by Tyler Durden titled, "Burberry Shares Tumble Most in Decades on Luxury Spending Slowdown." According to the author, shares of Burberry Group PLC tumbled the most in a decade on Thursday, following an announcement that the British trench coat manufacturer is unlikely to meet its yearly revenue targets, citing a global downturn in luxury spending. Well, it appears what central banks around the world have been doing with interest rates are starting to impact everyone, not just the working poor who are living paycheck to paycheck. We often hear that the rich benefit from inflation because their assets rise in value. Well, that must not be the case for all wealthy people. Some have apparently cut back on purchasing Burberry items. I have a Burberry tie and I've worn it in a previous video here on the channel. I looked it up and it costs $230 at Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom. I bought it for $1.99 at Goodwill and it was unworn. I personally would never pay $230 for a tie that I might spill my soup on. Are you surprised what is happening with the luxury brand Burberry? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Please keep in mind that nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video via social media or via email with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.